Today, I want to go over my diagnostic process and why I'm able to work on such a wide variety of vehicles and equipment. It isn't because I'm some genius, it's because I have a process and I take the time to go through this process every single time I deal with any issue. So I use this, 100 times a week, but this is how I get there. So this is to diagnose literally any issue with any piece of equipment. Step one is always identify the concerns and symptoms. Now that's customer concerns if you're doing this for money, or just concerns if it's your piece of equipment you're trying to fix. I categorize the symptoms into three categories: visual symptoms, auditory symptoms, and operational symptoms. That covers pretty much anything I'm going to be concerned with, anything anybody's going to pay me to fix. On to the next step is understand how the thing works. You can't diagnose it and you can't fix it if you don't know how it works. And then you have to identify the systems within the thing that makes it work. So how does it work? Utilize your resources, purchase information. There's a lot of, for automotive applications and heavy duty, all sorts of professional equipment, there are resources you can buy, and more than likely you're going to have to buy those. But that's part of it. I spend thousands of dollars a year on just information to be able to fix these cars. Basic knowledge always applies. If you have a strong grasp of the fundamentals, that can get you a long way. And, training is always needed. Sometimes you need more training in a specific case. Sometimes you have to bail on a job because you don't have the proper training or the knowledge or the skill needed to do that job. So if you're doing it professionally, always ask yourself, am I qualified to do this professionally? Am I providing a good value for the money spent to the customer? Identify these systems. How do these systems work together? Each system's purpose and is important to understand. Each system's purpose is there. It's there for a reason. So what is the reason? Engineers and manufacturers aren't putting things on vehicles or on equipment for fun. Every single thing has a purpose. It's not wasted, even though it might seem like it. That, there's always a purpose. So you need to understand that and how those systems work together. Now, what's going to cause your concern? Maybe you have one or two symptoms. Maybe you have a dozen symptoms. Either way, this is how I break that down. So symptom one, the possible causes for those symptoms, for that symptom. Symptom two, and all the possible causes for that symptom, and so on and so on. Even if you got a dozen symptoms, it makes sense to go through, identify the symptoms, identify the potential causes. Are the symptoms related? Are any of the causes related? Are any of the causes overlap? Is there potential causes that match all of the symptoms? Maybe we should look there first. Rank the potential causes by ease of testing. I say ease of testing because if it's easy, it's going to be efficient. Now, you don't want to pick an easy test just because it's easy. It has to be applicable also. So you want to rank the causes by the easiest ones to test first. Get them out of the way. Or figure out the problem really fast. But the easy stuff is what I go after first. Comprehensive testing methods are essential for doing this. A lot of the tests that I perform are going to give me multiple answers. I'm not doing one test for one answer. I'm doing one test for 10 answers. So it's really worth the time and effort to learn how to use some of these comprehensive testing methods like oscilloscopes, sometimes just a simple test light, sometimes scan tools, whatever it is. If you can cover more than one potential cause or get more than one answer back doing one test, that may be the test you want to do. Now, do I know how to test effectively for these symptoms? Is more training required? maybe if I recognize the symptoms, but I have no idea how to test what's going to cause that, maybe I'm not qualified to do this. Maybe I need to hire somebody. Maybe I just need to get more training. Maybe I need to take a few hours and go through some training material and learn how to test these specific symptoms. And again, if you're doing it for money, am I qualified to do this professionally? Am I still providing a good value to the customer to do this? This is what sets professionals aside from amateurs, is am I going to be able to do this in a way that's profitable to me and a good value to my customer? Testing priority evaluation. Easy tests first, comprehensive tests are ideal, and there's always good compromises. A good compromise on an easy comprehensive test is the best opportunity to nail the cause in one shot. It's so gratifying to go through this process, pick one test, go do the one test, and bam, you have your answer. Not only is it gratifying, it's super efficient, profitable, and provides an excellent value to your customer. You want to document and analyze all of your results. The testing results versus what you would expect from those tests. That's how you know you have a good grasp on a test, is if you can do the test and know what to expect. If you don't know what you're expecting from the test, why are you doing the test? Then you need to go back to either the understanding how the system works or understanding how that test works. You need to understand when you're doing a test, you need to know what the expected results are versus the results you have. Now, does the data make sense? If not, why not? Is it a possible lack of understanding? Most of the time it is. I find myself in that situation all the time. You have to go back and do some more reading, more training, or more testing. You got to decide. And now, once we get all that, we have to make a decision. Can the cause for the concern be determined by the analysis? If yes, sweet, we win. Problem solved. We can quote the repair or go ahead and do the repair depending on the situation, but now we have an answer. No? Oh well, we probably misunderstood something along the way. It happens. Either we misunderstood our test results or we misunderstood how the system works. So we need to go back, make sure we understand the systems involved, and develop a new test plan. That's the end of it. That's it. It's that simple. I really hope this helps. I know it helps me a ton. Like I said, I use it all the time, every day, hundreds of times a week. It's the same process for every vehicle, from a BMW to a Chevy product to a lawnmower. It doesn't matter. This process will get me to a reasonable conclusion. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really hope this helps.